Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars, and back again today with another new model review. Well, not really a new model review. These have been out for quite a while, but before I pull this one apart and modify it for another project, I thought I'd show you guys a little bit more about these AUTOart composite Huracans. Now, a lot of people have given AUTOart a lot of crap about the composite models, including me, and some of them aren't that great, to be honest, but honestly, I've got another one of these in red, and I think the quality is really quite good. Nice crisp shut lines. The detail is quite accurate. The only difference between a die-cast and the composite is the weight. These are a lot lighter than a die-cast version, so love it or hate it, that's the way AUTOart is going. I don't think they're producing hardly any die-cast models anymore. They're all composite. So let's have a start. It just comes in this window box, your typical AUTOart style box. It comes screwed to a plastic base which is on the inside. Quite hard to get out sometimes. And it is screwed on from underneath. And this is a AUTOart Lamborghini Huracan. So I'll unscrew this from the base and take all the elastic straps that hold the doors together off, and then we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at this AUTOart model. Okay, so here we have the AUTOart 1/18 scale Lamborghini Huracan. Now, as I mentioned, there is a bit of weight difference between a die-cast and a composite model. Not a lot, because they still use die-cast in the chassis of this model. It's just that the body is made out of composite, which is an ABS plastic. So I think composite sounds better than plastic. You think plastic, you think a child's toy. But overall, I think this is a pretty good model, and it's had a bit of a beat up. Now, detail is really quite good. Paint finish is okay. It's not as glossy as, say, a resin model. But this one is in pearl white, so not sure whether the camera's picking up that pearlescent. But it's just not quite as glossy as a die-cast or a resin model, the paint finish. So I think as they keep developing the technology, the paint finish will get better. Now remember, this is only $160 US, this model, so still to have a fully opening model for that price. Whether it's die-cast or composite, it's still at the lower end of the scale compared to high-end resin models. So we've gone over the paint. We'll start with the model. AUTOart has fitted photo etch mesh in all the grille openings, in the back of the car as well. These are all open mesh. Headlight detail is quite good for the Huracan. You've got all the daytime running lights in silver there, and the lenses nice and clear. You do have a little photo etched Lamborghini badge on the front. Windscreen wipers are just moulded plastic pieces, not photo etched. I think they would look better if they were photo etched, a little bit thinner, but this is a certain price point, and AUTOart seem to be trying to save money wherever they can. So the rear of the model just has the big rear diffuser. This is all just black plastic, just some chrome tips for the exhaust pipes. Tail lights are smoked like on all Huracans, so there's not much detail to see there either. So overall, the styling and the proportion of the model is pretty good to the real car. No real complaints there. Wheels are quite good. Not AUTOart's best, but they've still done a pretty good job on it. And you do have the dark coloured carbon ceramic brake rotors. You've got the red brake calipers on this model to match the interior colour. Now, these do come in a few colours, and they're readily available on AUTOart's website, and there's plenty of them on eBay as well, so just depends what the cheapest one is in your area. Now, as I mentioned, it is a full opening model, so the hood does open. One thing with the composite models is the panel gaps are really tight, so I tend to just use a little X-Acto blade because you can't get your finger in there, so I just open it up with that. It does have good little hinges on there which allow it to open up, and there's a couple of little struts in there also. So that opens up. There's not much in there. You've got your little cargo space, and this is flock lined inside, so to simulate carpet. So that's a nice little touch from AUTOart. To close it, you just pull it forward and push it back down again. Now the doors, you can open those up. The mirrors are on there pretty good. I just open the doors with the mirrors. And you've got nice detailed door trims with a red insert. You've got red seats, and the rest of the interior is just like a dark grey colour. Good detail in the dashboard and the centre console. Good detail on the steering wheel with a little Lamborghini decal as well. So overall, pretty good. No real complaints. It's about the same level as the die-cast versions because they all had plastic interiors as well. So it's pretty much the same. So we'll close those up, and the engine lid, you can pretty much just put your finger in there and open that up. And that's got a couple of little struts on it, as you can see, which is really nice of AUTOart. And I don't think the Huracan engine bay is really that detailed anyway, so you've got a little bit of the detail in there, little decal with the firing order of the cylinders of the V10 engine inside, and it's just clear plastic on the engine lid. So we'll close that back down. The bottom of the car, you've got a little bit of detail there, basically the sump of the engine, front differential, and just the suspension arms are painted silver. The rest of it's just pretty much a flat bottom. There's not a lot to see there. And that's really about it. The wheels and tyres do rotate. You do have full steering. That's pretty standard with all AUTOart models. So look, if you compare this to, say, an MR resin model of a Lamborghini Huracan, that's going to cost you around 600 Australian dollars. This AUTOart version, around $200. So it's about the third of the price of a sealed resin model. But this is fully opening, so you've got fully opening doors, hood, and engine compartment. So a lot of people would just say, well, why would I buy a resin model for 3 times the price? Well, it depends on what you're after, I guess. So if you want an opening die cast or a composite in this case, then just go for the AUTOart. If you want this model in a colour that isn't offered by AUTOart, or you want a special specification of a certain car, you're more likely going to get that in a low volume resin model. So as I said, it really depends what you're after. But I think these are great value for money. As I say, I think AUTOart, with their composite models, they have got a bit of a beat up about it, but the quality is still very good. It's just these weigh a little bit less than a die-cast model, and yeah, I think the paint finish is just not quite as glossy, but this still has a nice pearl finish, this model. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's review of the AUTOart Lamborghini Huracan. Now this is a composite model. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and for all my viewers, don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get updates when I release my new videos. Now I'm releasing 2 to 3 videos every week, so stay tuned. Plenty more model reviews to come, more custom models, and more video tutorials also. So until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.